Hello friends, welcome back to virtual session, and in today's session we are going to discuss about how to process the data after posting that data from the request form. Up till now we build using HTML, we build various request forms for inputting data or accepting data from the user, and if you know the like form tag, what are the various attributes of form tag? Form name equals to the name of the form, method equals to post, and action equals to the name of the server side JSP page, right? JSP stands for Java server page. Now this request form we build using HTML. We used almost all the web controls like input type equal to text for the text field, input type equal to radio button, input type equal to text area, input type equal to checkbox, input type equal to even like drop down list. By using that all the web controls or other HTML controls, we able to build the request form. Request form is responsible for accepting all the requests from the user, and then by hitting on the submit button we are going to post this entire data to the server. Now once we post this data to the server, from here the server side JSP code plays a role. The first step what JSP page has to do, that is accept the data or read the data from the like request form, and after that the server side Java code will process that data and develop the response on that particular data. So in this way, from the far away location, n number of users connecting to the web server or are sending their requisite data, going to post their requisite data, and server side JSP page will read that data and able to develop the response on it. Let's discuss these all the things practically in today's session. Now, like first of all, I'm going to develop a first UI, user interface, for generating marksheet, right? Let us say if I run this project, here is your interface. In this interface I am going to accept the data for generating marksheet from the student, that is name, roll number, and all 5 subjects marks. Once I input this all the data and submit to the web form, like let's say if I enter some data in it, and submit this data will be get submitted to the server side response page, or we are saying this is a controller page which is going to read the data first, and after that it is process the data, it is going to process the data and develop the response for the client. Now this is the answer, whatever the data once we feed to the server, this is the response you'll be getting over here. Now how we're going to discuss about how server will develop the response on the inputted data from the user. Okay. Now here is your, first of all let us discuss the your client side code, means that is the UI over there. So here obviously I develop the body of the web form, and a form name equals to I name the form as a test, and action equals to marks.jsp. Now this we already discussed about the like action attribute In the action attribute, you have to specify the name of that server side page which is responsible for processing the data, like data of the request sent by the user. That's why action equals to name of the server side page, and method equals to post. Means as there are two types of methods, get and post. If you are going to post the data which is available in the form of form, and if the volume of data is vast, then in such situations you have to use a method called as post. And we'll be discussing about what is the actual difference between the get and post. There are two possible ways to post the data to the server, that is the method equal to get and method equal to post. But in case of get, we are going to send a limited data, and in case of post, we are going to post the data which is available in the form. In the we'll be discussing some separate sessions regarding the limitations, advantages of get and post, but right now we are using the method called as post to post the data. And then here is a UI. Here I am call span equals to 2. I merge the two columns, and style equals to you can specify the style of that particular column. That color equal to red, and font size I specified as 30 points. So style can be applied to every your column also. So student marks, this kind of title will be appear at the color red. And then input type equals to text. First of all, I am reading the student name, then the roll number, then subjects marks like English, Hindi, maths, physics, right? And then every text field is having name, so that whenever I am reading the data from the server, then this name tag is responsible, because I have to read that value from the client page in the form of that name of that particular field which is posting the data. Okay, so now here in this case I am having that all the subject marks and input type equal to submit. So once I submit this data, that data is going to post to the server, and server having the name as marks.jsp. So what I'm going to do, I have to add a server side. After designing this form, I have to add a web page called as marks.jsp, right? And in the marks.jsp, as we already discussed in the previous sessions, that we while adding the server side code, we have to add the Java code, right, in the Angular, and it is followed by the modular tag. So this indicates the difference between the HTML tag, means they are including the Angular tags only, right, opening and closing. But here in this case, the Java code need to be wrapped in a modular tag. So the first step is read the data from the request page. So I read the data, read the posted data, SNM, right, input type equal to text value equals to SNM. It posted data regarding the student name, so I'll be holding it into the local variable called as sname. Then I'm having a roll number, as it is an integer type of data. I'm reading it in the reading it from the request.get parameter and parsing it into the integer, right? It's a normal Java syntax. Then all the roll number, subjects marks are the integer type of data. So I wrote the syntax like integer.parse integer request.get parameter, and convert that value into the string. After that, after reading this data from the client page, I have to use the expression now. This is the expression for computing the total. So int total equals to that all the subjects marks. Then I write the expression for evaluating the mark sheet, right? So total divided by 5.0f. As we already know that if you are specifying the floating data, then you have to succeed by the f stand for float. Otherwise, by default, your fractional values will be considered as double in case of Java. So total by 5.0f will generating the floating output, because percent is floating type of data, right? So instead of writing total into 100 divided by 500, I am writing total divided by 5.0f, and resultant float value will be assigned to PR. And then here like I'm having a condition to qualify the examinations, individual subject score should be more than equal to 40 and percentage should be also more than equal to 50. So I put the condition over here, if the English means each individual subject score more than equal to 40 and at the same time percent is more than equal to 50, then only the result will be passed, otherwise result will be fail, right? And then obvious, like after reading that data, after processing that data, it's a time comes now to display that data, to display that score sheet. So here I again take help of the HTML, and then to generate to print the output, we have a mod equals to. We already discussed about mod and mod equals to tag. Mod equals to tag is as good as your out.println. To print the output, okay, we can directly refer the variables. So here in the first column it will be print name, and the second column the value of that particular variable SNM, the value of the variable roll number, total, percentage, result will be printed over here. So in this manner, whenever we like run the request form and post the data, right, related to the student name, roll number and the subject's marks, after successfully posting this data, my code is going to generate the mark sheet and able to process that data, and like here the result also will be generated over here. Here in this manner we can successfully able to generate the mark sheet out of it. Now let us discuss about the next assignment. Again, as I said, today I am going to discuss about how I am going to read the data from the user, and in the prior sessions we just able to post the data to the response page. But now how in that response page I am going to add the server side logic, so that data which is posted to the server we able to process it, and now we are going to develop the even response of the server will be displayed over here, right? So let us discuss the second assignment over here. That is, here in this case I am generating an electricity bill for the consumer. So this is an interface for electricity bill generator, where I am going to read the data of consumer name. It is a text field again, meter number, initial reading, final reading, right? These are again the text fields, and there are three types of consumers I am having: residential, commercial and agricultural. So obviously the rate of interest of residential and commercial and agricultural varies. So while generating electricity bill, I have to read the data regarding the consumer name, meter number, initial reading, final reading, and then after that I have to specify that which type of consumer that is, whether it's a residential consumer, commercial or the agricultural, right? So by using radio button I have to pick up any one from the consumer type. Obviously here in the let me explain you the billing system. If the consumer type is residential, he have to pay 3.50 rupees per unit, and if it is a commercial like consumer, then he have to pay 5.50 rupees per unit, and if it is agricultural, it's a 2.50 rupees per unit. This is the standard rates what I am assuming to generate the consumer bill. So obvious, I have to firstly evaluate, after posting this data, I have to firstly evaluate the total units consumed. Now for evaluating total units consumed, I have to write the formula: final reading minus initial reading equals to total units consumed. After evaluating total units consumed, as per the consumer type, whether it's a residential, commercial or agricultural, the rate per unit will be applied, right? So I have to write the condition over there, what type of consumer type that consumer belongs to, and as per that we will able to generate the final bill. Now there is another condition for the final bill. Like, let us understand your total units of consumer may go out of the city, and if the total like units consumed are less, and by any calculations, if the total bill is coming like let's say below 100 rupees. So the minimum bill has to be for all type of consumer has to be 100 rupees. So this is what I'm just like explaining you the bill logic, what I'm going to write on the server side. Let us discuss this. So I'm going to post this data regarding the like consumer name and the meter number and initial reading and the final reading, and after that I'm going to post the like what type of consumer he is, and then I'm going to post this data. Once I'm able to post this data, on that posted data, my server side logic able to develop the response. It's a consumer name, meter number, and consumer type is a commercial, and total units consumed will be 500 because 600 minus 100 500, and the rate per unit applied, that is the 5.5 rupees per unit, and hence the total bill you have to pay, that is 2750. If he is a residential type of person consumer, then the bill will be 1750, and if he is a agricultural type of consumer, then the bill will be the 1250. Means like what I'm going to discuss you, that my server side logic is able to evaluate the total units at the same time. As per the consumer type, it is able to generate the electricity bill for the consumer. Let us have a discussion on the code, what the server side code is we have written for that. So this is the UI page, where form name equal to bill, action equal to eBill generation.jsp, and method equals to post, and then like here consumer type, meter number, initial reading, final reading, and then the like here I am having a radio buttons where I can accept the input type equal to radio, name I have to keep common, C type is consumer type, value equal to residential, commercial, and the agricultural, and then I am going to post this data. Once I post this data, my first in the JSP code, my first stage and the first phase will be to read the data from the submitted page. So that data I read in the form of CNM, consumer name, meter number, right, and then initial reading and final reading, as I have to evaluate the total bill, total units consumed. So I parse it to the integer, and then like after that I am reading the consumer type, right. Try and remember one thing, that consumer type of data is the radio button type of data. So obviously you had given the group name, that is the C type, right. So that C type value will be the consumer type will be assigned to it. Now total units consumed will be TR, that is FR minus IR, final reading minus initial reading, and then initially rate per unit I keep it as a 0.0, and then if the consumer type equals ignore case residential, means like if the consumer type is residential, right, then the rate per unit will be 3.50, else commercial 5.50, else your agricultural 2.50. Means here by applying these conditions as per the consumer type, I am able to find out the rate per unit applied, and then my total bill will be the rate, total units consumed into the rate per unit, and in this manner total bill will be evaluated. And if the total bill is less than 100 rupees, then total bill has to be 100. That I already discussed about the condition. By any calculations, if the total bill is less than 100, then total bill need to be, minimum total bill has to be provided to the consumer, that is 100 rupees. So in this manner the entire calculations part we are going to perform, and then we are going to generate the output for the electricity bill. So in this manner, like whenever you run the electricity bill UI, right, so here it will ask you to feed the consumer data, and then after feeding this consumer data as per the consumer type, once you feed this data, you will get the electricity bill generated over here, right. So here I have taken the two examples, right, by which how we can develop a UI. As I discuss with you what is the agenda behind today's session, that is like we need to develop the request form, right. Through this request form we able to interact to the server. So while developing your request form, you should be well versed with HTML controls, that is like a form tag, table tag, like at the same times the form controls like your input type equal to text, radio button, drop down list, and upper and then sub buttons and all. By using that all the things, you develop a UI which will accept the data from the user, and then that data will be posted to the server side response page. And once the data will be posted to the server side response page, that response page will firstly, the first phase, it will read that all the data, right, by using request.get parameter, and then after reading that data, the second phase will be, it is going to process that data, because server has to develop the response for the client. It will process that data, and then it will develop the server side response. Hope by understanding these two examples of generating mark sheet as well as the electricity bill for the consumer, the concept of request response and developing the server side logic for the client, that will be clear to you, right? So you go through this all the assignments I tried in today's sessions, and try to work it out how to read the data from the user and able to develop the response on the server, right? Thank you.